I'm talking to Luke Wake, an attorney with PLF. Luke, why don't you describe what the New Jersey Supreme Court decided in this case, Klumppp versus the Borough of Avalon?
Well, basically, the New Jersey Supreme Court decided that the Klumpps deserved to have compensation for the taking of their property, which they decided occurred in 1962 when the Borough of Avalon invaded their property to build sand dunes. But they had been in confusion for years thereafter as to whether they could do anything with their property because there were sand dunes there, and the city passed all of these ordinances which appeared to restrict what they could do with their property, but it was really unclear whether they could do anything. So they sought a building permit eventually to build a house on their property, and only after 40 years the city began to argue that, hey, we actually took your property in 1962 and there's nothing you can do about it now. And the New Jersey Supreme Court said, well, that's not fair. You have to allow them to have just compensation at this point.
What role did PLF play in this whole case?
Well, we became involved after we saw the New Jersey Appellate Court come out with a decision which we thought was rather bizarre. The New Jersey Appellate Court argued basically that basically sided with the Borough of Avalon here, saying that, look, any taking here happened in 1962 and there's just nothing that they can do about it now, because the statute of limitations for challenging a taking is only 6 years in New Jersey, and tough luck, you should have known that you should have done something because these sand dunes were here. But the problem with that, as the New Jersey Supreme Court agreed with, and as we pointed out in our briefs, is that it's very inequitable to tell these people that they are barred from challenging a taking that happened in 1962, when for years and years and years they've been treated as the property owners, and they had no reason to think that they were no longer the proper owners of the property.
Yeah. Why is this case significant? This ruling is significant for property owners across the country.
This ruling is significant because if the New Jersey Supreme Court had gone the other way and had endorsed the appellate court's ruling, it would have opened up the door for government in New Jersey to take property by being very sneaky. In other words, they could come onto your property for some reason, build something on your property, and then continue to tell you that you're the owner for years and years and years, and then turn around after all that time, after you've been paying taxes, after the statute of limitations is run on you to challenge what they initially did, and say, hey, now we are claiming that we're taking your property and you're out of luck. So the sum of it all is it prevents governments in New Jersey from being sneaky, and we were really concerned that you might see other governments basically try and do the same thing that Avalon did here if New Jersey didn't come out the right way. So we're happy the Supreme Court vindicated the Klumpps' rights here.
For more PLF videos, visit our YouTube channel.